Yes, sir. And you're checking out the AtlanticCityBeat.com. We're right here live on the campus of Richard Stockton College with filmmaker Devan Blackwell. How you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
And the name of the film is The Speak Project. He'll actually be debuting it, having a world premiere.
Yes.
Saturday night at the Resort. So that'll actually be before this airs. But
yes.
People will still be able to get it, I'm sure, or
Absolutely.
see it somewhere. Let's rewind. Tell us about the Speak Project and what that is.
Sure. The Speak Project chronicles the lives of 8 young teens, each dealing with an issue that they have to decide whether or not to speak about. And basically the idea for the film came from the message that we all have a voice, but without our voices we become invisible, and we cease to exist. And as an educator, I've definitely seen what happens when people don't use their voices, when they don't speak about things that are going on inside of them. Things can take many forms, from self-abuse to just acting out to, the worst case scenario, suicide or some kind of school violence. So this film has the message that we really need to use our voice. We need to find the courage to speak about those things that are bothering us or that are challenging us, to really free ourselves.
Now, are you the writer, director?
Yes, sir. I wrote the script. They were a series of monologues. I wrote for the characters who are the 8 leads of the film, and I am also the director. So I was wearing a couple hats on the production. Yeah.
All right. Well, you've been filmmaking for a while. This isn't your first foray into film, but this is probably your first major film release or
yes,
long
definitely.
Film.
In fact, people asked me recently, is this the first time? And I've been experimenting with film. Film was always something I enjoyed. I was always drawn to it. It was fun, but over the past few years, I began to look at film more critically and kind of seeing, if I were to make my own film, in terms of angles, in terms of shots, like what would I do? And so it was just a natural progression, it seemed, to actually take on a serious project like this, full-fledged project, and just see it through. And the experience has really showed me that filmmaking is definitely just something I want to kind of move into in the space in my career, definitely.
How can people who are not privileged enough to have been at the premiere, how are they able to see the film or get the film?
Okay. We're going to have a few screenings. There's going to be a few community screenings planned for the spring. So there'll be a few coming up mid to late April through May. But also the film is going to tour to different schools. And it will be accompanied by a teaching guide. So teachers, when they view the film with their students, they can then take a workbook with extension activities that follow the characters from the film. And also I'm going to be in film contests, film festivals, entering those. So there are going to be a lot of opportunities for the Speak Project. I basically taking the next year to just promote it and to get the word out there about it, and to have some screenings. And again, I really want to have dialogue for this film, because I really feel that it can save lives. The 8 storylines are each relevant topics that young people and older people are dealing with, and if we can just create the dialogue and people feel less lonely and less isolated, then I think the film will have done its service and what I really set out for it to do.
Okay. Do you have a website or some way people can contact you if they want more information about the film, the teaching guide, further screenings, all that good stuff?
Absolutely. They can go to the Be Unlimited page, which is www.beunltd.com. We're also on Facebook, www.facebook.com/BEUNLTD.
Okay, a couple quick questions. What was the hardest part about making the film?
The hardest part, I think, might have been just, finding actors for specific roles. That was the hard thing. I mean, I was very fortunate to have an amazing young cast, but there were 1 or 2 parts that I had a real difficult time casting, and it was because it wasn't that the people that were coming out for the role to audition were not talented. It was I had a vision in my mind. I heard a voice. I saw something, and I was fortunate at the last minute lots of times to get these actors to come on board and say, "You were the one I was waiting for the past year," or you know. So that was very difficult to find the right person.
Okay, well, just do me a favor. If you ever write a script and you need the stereotypical black police lieutenant, the one who shouts all his lines, call me, because Chief McBride is taking all my work. Last question: what would be your advice to future filmmakers, people who see the Speak Project and they want to foray into film? What would be your advice to them?
That's a good question. I would just definitely say just do it. A lot of people spend a lot of time talking about one day I'm going to do this. Right. If it's I'm going to make a CD, or I'm going to make this or make that. I think you just basically just have to do it. You really can't wait for someone to give you the permission or to say that you're a filmmaker. Right. You have to experiment. You know, this was a major undertaking to take on, and I guess I was naive in the beginning, thinking, oh, you know, I have this finished in a couple of months and it'll be, but it has been, you know, time consuming, really life consuming. But I definitely would tell people, if it's your passion, you have to follow it, you have to go for it, and you have to really think big. You can't just think that. I never called this film a video. It was always a film. Right. You know, it was always, you know, something that was much grander than maybe even I thought that I could create. But really just really instill that belief in yourself, because if you don't believe in your own project, nobody else will. So I definitely would tell people to believe in themselves. If they have something they want to get out, or don't wait for the right people, you know, make the right people.
Cool. All right, the film is called The Speak Project. Filmmaker is my man Devan Blackwell, and you can contact him, give him the
you can go to the
website again?
beunltd.com for Be Unlimited, and also the Facebook page, facebook.com/beunltd.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with us on the Atlantic City Beat.
This was great. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
That was it.